All right. I love playing in Vegas. I love being here. We all do. You know, we get to rest. We don't have to fly anywhere. But we are getting worried about the population here because it's the fastest growing city in North America and has been for a while. 700 people move here every week. And with the increasing amount of Cirque du Soleil shows in this town, $695 of those people are acrobats, contortionists, and midgets. There's even going to be a Jewish Cirque du Soleil called Cirque de Oive, which will not be open on Saturdays. But no, it is a terrible concern. In 20 years' time, when they breed, and all these teenagers will be somersaulting up the strip, you won't be able to walk anywhere in this town for acrobats, I tell you. So, here's to Cirque du Soleil, and here's to my band. Here's to one of the best bands you'll ever hear. Formerly known as Fromage. I'm going to introduce them one by one. Not only are they great musicians, they're great friends. And on the right-hand side, in the red shirt, from Ohio, on percussion and vocals, Mr. John Mahon. On the opposite side, keyboard and orchestral wizard who won a Grammy for arranging the musical Aida, Mr. Guy Babylon. It's a very democratic band because there are 3 Americans and 3 British people. Guy comes from Baltimore, and our next person comes from Detroit, Michigan, on bass and vocals, Bob Birch. Look at the size of that. Good job I'm not Barry Manilow, huh? Hang on a minute. I shall do that tomorrow afternoon. When I first came to America, I had a 3-piece band with the late, great Dean Murray on bass guitar and vocals, and this guy on drums and vocals. And he's still playing better than ever and singing better than ever. Originally from England, now living in Los Angeles, on drums and vocals, Nigel Olsson. After about 2 years, we'd gone as far as we could musically with a 3-piece lineup, and I thought about adding a really raunchy electric guitarist. So I asked my record producer, Gus Dudgeon, if he knew anybody like that. And he said, well, I don't actually, but I do know a traditional folk musician from Scotland. Which didn't exactly fill me with joy. And I said, listen, I do not want to be Jethro Tull. But Davey was playing in a band called Magna Carta, who were quite well known, and before that he was in a Scottish band called the Smart Fellas, and they played every kind of unknown reel known to man. So we listened to him, we brought him down to London, and he was quite good. He was very good, in fact. And so we put him into hospital for 6 weeks, and we had him detoxed. And we sawed off his kilt, and we plugged him into an amplifier for the first time on the Honky Chateau album, gave him an electric guitar, and he never looked back. So, originally from Edinburgh, now living in Los Angeles, like all the band, on guitars and vocals, Davy Johnston. pictures seem to fade to black and white. I'm growing tired, and time stands still before me. Frozen here on the ladder of my life. It's too late to save myself from falling. I took a chance, change your life, but you is rare. The minute when I met you, close the door and let me lie there by the light. Don't let the sun go down on me. All I said to myself, so if someone else I see, I just allow a fragment of their life to wander free. But losing everything is like the sun falling down on me. I can't find very much. When I sit down and I finish writing a melody to a lyric and then I play it over and over again until I memorize it, sometimes that is the best that song will ever sound. You can go into a studio and you can record a song, and sometimes it's better and sometimes it's not. And that is the beginning of a journey for a song. And so many of my songs, or our songs, have had incredible journeys. For example, Tiny Dancer, when it came out as a single from Madman Across the Water in the early 70s, was a big hit in America, but nowhere else. And then, years and years later, it was in a film called Almost Famous, and then I could actually play it outside of America. It was great. Thank you very much. But there have been instances where I thought the end was nigh. I remember writing a song for The Lion King, and the first line of the song was, "When I was a young warthog." And I felt that this might be the end of EJ. But luckily enough, Hakuna Matata surfaced, and we were very lucky. This next song has had an amazing journey, about 3 different ones. It comes from an album called Goodbye Yellow Brick Road. And I wanted it to be the 3rd single off that album in America. But my record company, who were fabulous at that time, said, "No, we want Benny and the Jets." And I said, "Well, you're mad, because that's never going to be a hit, ever." And, you know, we're very stubborn, us artists. And I was recording the next album at Caribou, and they kept ringing me up and saying, "Please, please, can we put it out?" And I kept going, "No, no, 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 no." Then one day, they phoned me up and said, "Elton, you love black music, blues music, soul music, Motown." I said, "Yeah, I grew up on that music." And they said, "Well, what if we were to tell you that this Benny and the Jets record was the #1 black record in Detroit City on the radio?" I went, "Oh my God, me white boy from England." Me very flattered. Put it out, and they were absolutely right, and I was wrong. Second time, the single came out, actually did come out as a single from an album called Elton John Live in Australia with the Melbourne Symphony Orchestra, and ironically, it was the only track that didn't feature the orchestra, just me and a piano and a big wig. And I was very happy that the song was a hit then, and it was a fluke. And the third time was under the most tragic circumstances, which we all know about, and I didn't sing it for 4 or 5 years because I didn't want to. But time does heal, and this song was originally about another icon called Marilyn Monroe. And I'm going to sing it now. It's called Candle in the Wind.